Alright, and we are back with Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Last I left off, just finished helping the Hell Knights and going back into town. Or going back to my camp. You can cure blindness with a scroll. If remove blindness, most harmful conditions can be removed in a similar way. Alright. With that out the way, let's begin. Talk to the mysterious elf again one last time. A wounded elf, huh? Well, there were lots of wounded in Canabris. Who wounded him? In what way? Renevia appears relaxed, even nonchalant, but her eyes gleam attentively, and her hands, as if by coincidence, are resting on her belt next to her weapon. How should I know? It must have been demons. If the wound was serious, I doubt he is fully recovered from it. Maybe if you could point me toward a healer, I could. The woman, wrapped in rags all the way up to her eyes, turns around at the sound of your footsteps. Damn it. In a lightning-fast motion, Anivia knocks something from the woman's hands. An amulet that seemingly appeared out of nowhere. It falls to the ground and disappears in a flash of magic. What's the rush, sweetheart? Stay a while. The commander and me, we've got a couple of questions for you too. The elf. You won't escape this time. Who are you and why are you hiding your face? You hear a heavy sigh coming from under the shawl. Fine, you've got me. We'll talk, but not here. Lead me somewhere away from prying eyes. She's all yours, Commander. I caught her, I handed her over, and now, as they say, I wash my hands of this whole affair. And then we wait for the lag to clear up. Alright, there we go. What do you want from me, soldier? In an exasperated gesture, she rips the half-mask off her face, and you can see her black skin and crimson eyes. It's Kaelessa, the elf you met in Canabris. Why did you follow my army? To find someone. Kaelessa lets out a resigned huff. His masters want me dead, which means I will die sooner or later. After a pause, she narrows her eyes and spits out, but that doesn't mean I'll lie down and accept my fate. I am no lamb to the slaughter, and I won't be waiting for a kindly executioner to come for me knife in hand. Never again. Are you a spy? Her scarlet eyes flash defiantly, and she mutters through her teeth, I'm not going to hide it. I have come here to commit a violent and bloody act, but I do not serve the demons, and I won't do you or your forces any harm. Don't be coy, I need details. Why? Frowning skeptically, she gives you an appraising look. And what will you do with my story? Take it into account and pass your judgment? Kill me if you deem me a reprobate? Help the poor girl if you don't? Well, I haven't asked for help, and your authority to judge me seems rather dubious. She's clearly lying to you, but it doesn't feel like the guile of someone plotting a crime. There is a slight hounded look in her eyes that makes her seem more like prey than hunter. I'll leave you be. She shrugs casually, as if her fate had not been hanging in the balance just a moment ago. How nice of you, soldier. Don't call me a soldier. I'm the commander of the... I'm not prideful enough to care. Met other elves who looked like you. They served the demons. Anamora's minions. The words escape her lips before she is able to stop them. Then she looks at you with visible irritation. One of Discari's servants is a powerful elf by the name of Anamora, and those corrupted elves are her lackeys. Don't ask me how I know this or why my appearance is similar to theirs. I'm not your enemy, but if you see them, kill them without remorse. Alright, I have to go. My gut tells me it's time I was leaving too. It's dangerous to stay here. Farewell, soldier.
Godspeed.
Happy to serve, Commander. Cool. Only other thing to do, I guess I'll talk to... what's his name? Regil Durenge. Wherever he is. He should be somewhere around here, right? Ah, here he is. Couple Hell Knights and Hell Knight Armigers. Regil stands with his hands behind his back, his favorite pose, it would seem. He seems submerged in thought, but gathers himself immediately as you approach. His pale yellow eyes examine you inquisitively. Knight Commander, it is good that you found time to meet me. There is a matter of some urgency I must discuss with you. It was incredibly interesting, the power you and your companions received during the fight at the Great Garrison, and now my interest has been gratified. The power your companions received has passed on to me as well. It manifested after my usual evening reckoning. I believe I now present a true threat to the creatures and initiates of chaos. The imprisoned cultist we kept for certain observations experienced this firsthand. Regil's voice is unemotional, almost bored, but leaves no doubt as to the cultist's fate. Striking, isn't it? Divine intervention at a critical moment is rare, but not beyond imagining. But in this case, part of the power that you received through this intervention has passed to someone who joined you well after the fateful moment had passed. And then I choose the good option because that's what I am. I believe this power has been given to me and others for a good cause, to protect this miserable world from the demons. I'm afraid that your definition of a good cause might be very different from your companion's, Commander. In any case, this is shallow philosophizing. You must have some questions for me. May I ask you a few questions about yourself? Of course. What brought you to Mendev? The demonic threat, of course, and the glaring inefficiency of the local command. I do not know if you are aware of this, but the Hell Knights owe their existence to the Demon Lords to a certain extent. Our first order appeared in response to Sifex, cultists, and Chiliacs. The chaos they wreaked could not fail to breed strict opposition. Those first knights were able to burn out the pestilence and crush the cult once and for all. I see no reason for the Hell Knights of today not to do the same to the tentacles the world wound is spreading. Without question, the task is far more difficult than anything we've encountered before, but it must be done to preserve world order. All the more so given that Queen Galfrey and her commanders are apparently not up to the task. Your motives you list sound rather impersonal. Don't you have any other reasons for joining the crusade? Impersonality is a fine quality for a Hell Knight, and for the rest of the world as well. Personal motives, strong emotions, they are weaknesses that your enemies will use against you. I am an effective officer with years of service. The demonic invasion of Golarion obviously demands the most qualified response. That is why I am here. It's simple. You are rather skeptical about Queen Galfrey. If my memory doesn't fail me, the current crusade is called the Fifth. The Fifth Crusade. And with all of the support the Church of Iomedae and multiple other allies provided to Galfrey, no progress has been made in resolving the crisis at the World Wound. The best they could manage was create a chain of wardstones, and even they turned out to be inadequate. I suppose that should be reason enough for my skepticism. Forgive me for asking a personal question, but your hair is going gray and your skin is rather pale. It's the bleaching, right? Bleaching. The bleaching is the name given to the physical decolorization and aging of a gnome, and is caused by a lack of exposure to new and exciting experiences. This bleaching of color is accompanied by a psychological decline, first into depression and apathy, and eventually into madness and death. Gnomes' efforts to fend off the bleaching only serve to fuel their racial curiosity and whimsy, giving them a somewhat manic edge. Some claim that the bleaching is a result of the gnomes leaving the First World thousands of years ago. The few gnomes who survive the bleaching develop enigmatic wisdom and a connection to the natural world, earning them the name Bleachlings. Of course it's the bleaching. Regil shrugs indifferently. Are you doing anything to fight the bleaching? What do other races do to fight the old age? Regil allows himself a brief smirk. I know what made you ask this question. My kin have earned a certain reputation for their vain attempts to stave off the inevitable. Luckily for the rest of the world, not all gnomes are prepared to spread chaos for their reckless escapades. There are some among us who accept the natural order of things. The bleaching has no effect on my ability to carry out my duties, and therefore it has no, how should I put it, personal meaning for me. Do you have any family or friends? I've never wondered at the fate of the former, and never had interest in the latter. If you'll allow me one piece of advice, Commander, never put too much stock in so-called friendship or camaraderie. Any bonds based on simple affection are temporary and unreliable. Half of your smiling companions certainly consider you their friend for the present, but they will break and betray you the moment you do anything that troubles their happy expectations. Place greater value on respect based on a rational evaluation of your companion's merits. I deeply respected my mentor, who trained me to join the ranks of the Hell Knights. I respected her so much that I killed her with my own hands when I discovered that she'd betrayed the Order's ideals and was intending to leave our ranks. It would have been more proper to inform the command and await the formal trial. But on the other hand, that would have injured the morale of our young recruits. They should not see manifestations of weakness in our seasoned knights. Regil cringes. You have openly shown your distrust of the Crusader command. Why then have you decided to join me? Do not misread my behavior as distrust of you personally. Like every Hell Knight, I watch everyone closely, searching for signs of weakness and sin, everyone including myself. Regil speaks the last word pointedly. Indeed, Regil Derenge is first on my list of suspects. I observe him daily, marking every fault, every hesitation, every weakness, and I prepare the proper punishment. So it has been and will be. As for your second question, I suppose we may be useful to each other. You and your army are a new power in the crusade. I rate all the old powers as quite ineffective. I have yet to rate your own efforts, but early indications are positive. That means you may count on my help, for now. And since I'm not lawful or chaotic, I choose a neutral option here. And what will happen if your assessment changes? I will inform you of this, as well as any measures I intend to take. Be aware that I treat my allies more strictly than my enemies. This is a sign of respect. Hold on, I don't think I said everything I wanted to say. Yeah. Regil's pale yellow eyes freeze in an expression of polite attention. Knight Commander, greetings. What can you tell me about the Hell Knights? I could tell you a great deal, however the Order's recruiters would be a better source of information on such matters. How are new Order members recruited? We accept as armigers any we find worthy. But for the main test, the one that separates the strong from the weak, they must face down a devil summoned directly from hell. If they defeat the beast honestly, the Harmiger becomes a rightful Hell Knight. If they lose, we simply forget their existence, like the world made an unfortunate mistake. Who do Hell Knights answer to? Only to the heads of their orders. In my case, it's Lictor Razark, Unter, head of the Order of the Godclaw. As a rule, the Hell Knights do not submit to the jurisdiction of any state. The same is true of local laws. We are happy to help local governments bring order if we consider their request lawful, and if those who ask are worthy. But we do not serve them, and have every right to refuse their demands. No, hold on. Let's see. I gotta just do this real quick. Uh-oh. I think my chat is broken. It's certainly being unresponsive. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Testing chat. Let's see here. Alright, no, we're good. Never mind. Alright. So what do you value most? The law, and only the law. If you care so much about the law, how can you ignore the authority of the lawful rulers in the lands where you operate? We cannot call it law just because some foolish local prince fought it up or a council of demented elders deem it wise, now can we? You see, one of the main principles of our brotherhood is that no one is immune from prosecution. A lawful ruler may be a criminal that poses a threat to society. We must be able to punish them as well. This is why Hell Knights only honor the measure and the chain, the doctrine shared by all our orders. And why Hell Knights serve only their officers and the aim of transforming this chaos-torn world and leading it to a brilliant and ordered future. We are the main bastion of order in Golarion, no matter how much some naysayers try to refute it. Thank you. I've learned everything I wanted to know. Expanding one's knowledge is a good deed, provided of course that this knowledge is useful. Ask if you have any further questions. Do you have a plan or a strategy for the war against the demons? A spark flashes in Reginald's eyes. I have a clear idea of the forces I shall require to wage effective war against the World Room. Currently I do not possess them, but I know what steps I must take. We must amass and fortify, gather scouting information, resolve certain problems of an organizational nature. Once the problem of Dresden is solved, I shall direct some of my knights to prepare an outpost for the party. We have already scouted a suitable location, the ruins of an old shrine, which still holds the remnants of an ancient power and is thus a lure for demons. An excellent foothold for honing our skills and studying the enemy. That is my next goal. Thank you for speaking with me. Until next time. Right. No reason not to get this out the way. Mythic powers. Leading strike, why not? I don't really plan on using Regil, so just sticking with the recommended stuff is fine. This. Okay. Pretty sure that's everything. Alright. Give me a sec. Or two. Or three. You know what? Just give me a few minutes. Alright, now, let's continue. Now, let's see. Where do I go? See. No, time. Screw it, we'll rest. Right. I'm this close now. I might as well just rest in this area so don't have to worry about the corruption.
We march ahead. Hmm? Hmm. Sure. Hmm.
Every scientist thinks their field research is going to continue forever. But as the saying goes, at the end of the day, we must all compile our bibliography and references.
Our path leads on.
What's that? Let's go. The commander becomes host to an anomalous force, and his dreams are filled with strange visions. He feels the space around him distort, and his sensory organs are flooded by false images, bred by distortions of light and air. Reality itself tries to expel the commander into some dark tunnel. At the other end, a grim figure awaits. His body resists this crude attempt to wrench it from reality. But the unknown force finds a tangle in the commander's soul, one made of demonic rage and destructive desire. The stranger grabs at it and pulls like a hunter reeling in a harpoon. Troubled by the sudden intrusion, the dark and ominous force deep in the commander's soul answers with a menacing growl. The commander I cannot pass the perception. I cannot pass the arcana. Well, I could try, but with my luck, that ain't gonna end well. Unleash the dark and unbridled part of his soul. No. Unleash uses every effort to suppress the tangle of rage in his soul, with the mysterious power, which the mysterious power is latched onto. Reaches out, seeking protection and the blessing of the upper planes, which is granted to all Aasimars at birth. Huh. By force of will, the commander pushes his anger down as deep in his soul as he can. The attraction rapidly weakens in response, as if the mysterious enemy can no longer sense the commander and concentrate its efforts on him. The apparition recedes, leaving the commander wondering whether it was reality or a nightmare. Strange. Alright, let's check out Moondance Meadow.
I will help where I can.
Our time has come. Defeat is not an option.
You're irrelevant.
Let's see. This actually isn't looking good.
I can still fight.
The goddess protects us. I will guide us.
I will lend you my aid.
Toss it one down. Alright.
Godspeed.
Let's see. And
Let us press on.
Together, we stand.
okay. Okay, rest up. I'm gonna actually have Ninyo make more scrolls of the acid arrow. Have you ever thought of giving it all up and going home? The crusade doesn't sound like the place where a priest of love and beauty will be very happy. I'm not here for my own happiness. Spirits are low among the crusaders, and I want to remind them that love and beauty still exist in this world. Right?
We march ahead.
A small doll made of grass is tied to a tree with a dark blue ribbon. 3 old dolls hang from the branches, their grass and seaweed bodies are slowly rotting away. Jernog. Jernog walks thoughtfully around the grove. He pauses in front of a few trees, lingering there for some time. He seems to be examining something carefully. At the sound of your footsteps, he turns around abruptly. but the anxious expression on his face quickly gives way to an amiable smile. "Commander, it's so good to see you. It seems you've found time to visit our quiet backwater after all. I could be mistaken, but it looks like you were frightened by my arrival." "Oh no, you startled me, that's all. It's my overactive imagination. I still can't get used to living in such a small village. The town where I grew up was a good deal larger, and it was located near a trade route, so there were always lots of new faces, and plenty of people bustling around. Here, though, it's different. The moment you step outside the village, you're all alone. You can walk for miles in any direction with only the birds and animals for company. This is, of course, the way Erastil teaches us to live, but truth be told, it still makes me feel somewhat uncomfortable." "Why were you looking at those trees?" "See for yourself." He points to one of the branches, and among the leaves you notice a small doll made of grass and seaweed, tied with blue ribbon. I keep finding them here in the grove. I think it's some kind of local ritual. I've asked the villagers to tell me what it means, but they won't give me an answer. I just don't understand the reason for all this secrecy. How do you like living in the village?" "I'm getting used to the way things are. I still get the occasional sidelong glances from the locals, but that's not surprising. After all, I'm just some stranger who decided to show up without an invitation and settle down in the village. But the church warned us about this. Such caution is to be expected at first. I just have to do my best to earn their trust. I heal, I purify the water, I give blessings. Sooner or later, they will accept me as one of their own." "It's so quiet here. War makes you forget what peace feels like." "I understand. My time in Canabras gave me a small taste of war. I only had to live through it for a few days. But I know the horrors I witnessed will haunt my nightmares for years to come. I cannot imagine how hard it is for those like yourself, soldiers who have given their lives to this cause." The priest places a hand on his heart. "You have chosen to fight there, in order to protect our peaceful and quiet life here, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart." What do the locals think of Erastil? They're indifferent. They are pragmatic people, you know. They don't have time for theology. And if old Deadeye helps them survive, that's good enough for me. Or that's good enough for them. You know, some priests get overzealous with sermons. They demand that people pray, observe all the rituals, make sacrifices, and then those priests, all holy and pious, are surprised when locals kick them out of their village, right into the nearest ditch. The priest laughs. "I was taught differently. First you have to prove your worth. You have to show them why you and your deity are useful. It's only after they've begun to trust you and start asking questions about your faith that you can really share your beliefs. Then you can tell them all about old Deadeye and his teachings." "Well then, will you show me around the village?" "Of course, let's go. You'll get to meet the locals, see how we live. Maybe you'll even manage to get some peace and quiet, a temporary respite from the hardships of war. Don't be offended if you get some weird looks. In this remote village, people have never seen Azamar before. When I first told them about you, I could barely manage to convince them that you don't glow and can't fly. Hmm? Okay. Oh, I guess he's following me behind. Okay, yeah. A straw doll clad in a small, skillfully embroidered light blue dress is tied to the trunk of the tree. Old, faded blue ribbons hang from the tree branches. Hmm?
Our path leads on.
We are the light.
Surrender or else.
They are the darkness.
Oh, hey, Trusses. Hey, just dropping in to say, hey, I'm watching a movie. Won't be there to mod tonight. No worries, Trusses. Have fun. Thank you. Like, just
Will guide us.
when you're done watching the movie, tell me what it was and just tell me if it's good or not. If it's not, feel free to spoil it. If it is, then just tell me the title. Alright, let's see here.
Godspeed.
They will break against our resolve.
You've crossed the wrong mark.
Huh, level up. Huh, I need to put this off for later.
My will is resolute.
Alright. Level up as a cleric. Actually, yeah. Why conjuration? Whatever. Necromancy. Conjuration. Summon medium elemental, I suppose, would be the conjuration spell to focus on. That and summon monster. Conjuration, conjuration, divine, purification, abjuration. Yes. Hmm. Alright, cool. And before I even forget this time around, let's actually set up what those for. Forced repentance or protection from energy. So I'll choose the protection. He's got a bonus to his conjuration spells, but I'm not exactly sure what conjuration spell benefits from having spell focus. Most conjuration spells are just a summon, and that's it. Well, whatever. What is this though? Andara Wolf or a medium elemental. Let's summon elementals. That's it for you.
Anything new?
Level up Ninia. Again, we're one more level up and she can turn into a Mystic Thurge. What then Stride? Yep, just ignore difficult terrain. Cool. And then we choose feet. We got spell focus, spell penetration. In all honesty, I am better off just choosing the point blank shot. Alright.
Sud is restless. I wonder why.
Alright. Stigmatized Witch. There's no need to actually deviate from the usual for her. Spell Pen. Breakable Heart. Deadly Poison. Cure serious wounds. There.
Meditate on your mistakes. It might make you feel better.
Neat. Level up Lawn. Alright, let's see here. He's an archer. What do we get? Key Strike, Gold and Silver. Yeah. I don't remember what. She gonna clustered shots maybe? And 4-round attack. When wielding a ranged weapon, you threaten squares within your melee reach. Make attacks of opportunity with that. Means to attack for opportunity. Sure. Next.
Rely on me. No reason to pause.
Except there is. Ugh. Alright. Level up. And stick with Paladin. Ability, trickery, and knowledge war. Then choose a feat. Anti-combatant, weapon focus, shield focus, dodge. There should be plenty of feats that's recommended. I don't know. We got all these different feats I can use that involve amounts anyway. Boon Companion. I'm not sure why it doesn't bother. Alright, we'll ignore the Boon Companion thing, I guess. Let's see what we got. Trample. Gain advantage if the trample is successful. Your mount deals damage and get knocked prone by the trample. So fit when hit by a natural attack. Okay, so trample is fine. Spirited charge. Deal double damage with melee attacks. Mounted shield. As your base shield bonus. Okay. Dominable mount. Once per turn. Oh yeah, you make a mobility check with okay. Tell you what. Skill focus. Mobility. before any of these other feats come into play. It's either that or trample. But these require me to constantly start charging, so. I think it's better to go for the skill focus. And a couple of spells too. Okay. And then, of course, the horse levels up. Alright, Animal Companion Bulwark. Just, again, mobility and athletics. Right. Medium barding would be nice, but the problem is the class is already being given. So it's kind of redundant for me to do that now. Alright. Oh, I'll be right back. Alright, and I'm back. Thanks for waiting. Those who did. Alright, now, in regards to, what's his name? In regards to Milkshake, you gotta choose a feat for him. Power attack, maybe? Yeah. I don't really know a good feat to choose for a mount. There's a lot of teamwork feats, but I imagine the game has some reason why I'm not allowed to pick those. Hmm. Alright. Teamwork feats. Need intelligence of 3. That's why I can't choose it. Hmm. Hmm. So a lot of these are bad. Hmm. Hmm. Quite a number of racial feats. Wait, what? Meta magic completely normal spell? What? To make your spell a bit less magical? Increase 1? No spell uses up a spell slot 1 level lower. Spell's actual cast. Okay. I haven't seen that one before. Alright, well, that aside. Let's go up and see what other feats are available. Hmm. Element Elemental Fist. Huh. Cool. Where is it? Alright, screw it. Guess I won't find any. Yes. Striking. Stun. Die Hard. No. Dodge. You know what? No, I know what I'll get. It ain't fancy, but it's still it's useful. Lightning reflexes. Just a quick +2 to reflex saves. There.
I will not falter.
Good to hear. Mendel. Stick with Purifier. What do you go for? Same 3 skill. I believe I'm in a better spot to choose a good feat for Mendel than anyone else. Combat casting, selective channeling, weapon focus touch. And I gotta be a level 10 Asmar for the wings. A new perception could go a long way with casting spells. Alright, let me think. No scribe scrolls. Attack. It's not much in the way of spells I want to cast right now. That I want to hit with meta magic anyway. Warrior Priest, maybe? Plus to initiative and plus 2 to concentration. Nah, I know what I'll grab. Spell penetration. Then choose a spell. I will choose command. Alright. Remove fear. Yeah, sure. Remove fear. Blessing of courage and life. No. I'll give him Bone Shaker. And then a 3rd level spell. He's already got Cure Serious Wounds. So, I'll choose the other melee spell. Inflict Serious Wounds. Alright, we're gonna save. And we're actually gonna call it for tonight. At least for Pathfinder. Alright, thanks again for everybody who was able to stop by on this run of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. For the most part it was just dialogue and a bit of exploration. I wasn't expecting to level up so soon. So, that's something that happened. Alright. But, yeah, that's about it. I'll be back with Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel shortly. Hope to see you all then. And until then, please, take care.